Yo, 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 what up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Peace and love. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wellness Wednesday. We are back on the main Facebook page. Yesterday we had some technical difficulties. We were not we was. We were not able to stream live from the main Facebook page yesterday. I don't know why there was some technical difficulties. I had to go back into Facebook, into the business integration, and remove StreamYard, and then re-add it as a destination. Re-add Facebook as a destination from StreamYard. It was extremely confusing at first. I couldn't figure out why. But you got to read, you got to look things up, look into things, read, comprehend, and do the things. Yo, Miss Katia, Katya Joseph, what's going on, sister? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, sister. Peace and love to you and your husband. Much love to you guys, man. I love seeing the love. I love seeing the joy. I love seeing our people together, man. It's a beautiful fucking thing. We are beautiful people, and yeah, man, we should be out celebrating. We should be out loving each other. We should be out flaunting that beauty, right? Doing all of the beautiful, good things, man. So much love, my sister. Peace and love. Listen, guys, we are back again with another episode of SR Daily. This is episode 451. Again, we're here Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day. Different topics, 4 different segments each day. First segment rotates between a word of the day, a quote of the day, and a phrase of the day. The second, third, and fourth segments are always the same. Second segment is always need to know news. Third segment is always a tip of the day. And the fourth segment is always a build of the day, which is just something I like to put out there and have discussion on, something I like to build on, share my thoughts, share my perspectives, and get some feedback on, and we build on it. Love doing the show. Again, episode 451. We're on the other side of 400, getting closer and closer to the elusive 500th episode. Most people don't do 500 episodes. Most people never last that long. Most people don't get out of the 20s and 30s, right? Especially if you're not being paid. So I'm proud of myself. I am grateful for the vision. I'm grateful for the mission. I'm grateful for the stamina. I'm grateful for the endurance. I'm grateful for the space to do the show here at my home studio. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful process to just wake up every day with the purpose to share media, to share love, to share enlightenment. All right, this SR Daily, where personality meets enlightenment. So I share some enlightenment, but of course, it's infused with my personality. I ain't trying to be like nobody else. I ain't trying to copy nobody else. I ain't trying to mimic nobody. I ain't trying to water myself down. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just working to fulfill my mission, my God-given mission, which is to just heal the world and make it a better place through all of the different ways, right? Through media, through art, through fashion, through education, through health and food and wellness and meditation and all of that good stuff, man. So this is just an outlet to bring us together, to share. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We're going to get the show started in a second. Once again, this is episode 451 of SR Daily. It is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. We call this Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday. So today, those who are on the show now who may not be on by the end, please do something to add to your wellness. Drink more water, eat some fruit, do some more exercise, meditate, right? Laugh with a friend, a family member. Go out in nature. New York City is a little rainy, but you can still walk outside. You can still go outside, right? You can still walk through a park. You can still, stand next to a tree. Do something today, if not every day, but specifically on Wellness Wednesday. Do something today that adds wellness to your life, right? That shows that you love yourself, that you care about yourself, and that you take your health and your wellness seriously. Journal, read a book, right? Light a candle, listen to some good music, do something to add some wellness to your life. And then the wisdom part, share some freaking wisdom, share some wisdom, all right? Digest some wisdom from somebody else, take in some wisdom, and just go live it. So we can get the show started. Hey, Frank63, what's going on, sister? What's going on? Peace and love. We'll start with our first segment. Today's first segment is a phrase of the day. Today's phrase is heal the world. Heal the world. That is a phrase that is also my life mission, but heal the world. Yes, 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 yes. Please make it your business to heal the freaking world. But that phrase, that saying, the song coined by Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson's song title, which is where I first heard it, 7 years old, 91, never forget, in South Jamaica, Queens. Heal the world. That's what I want to do. Life happened, and here we are, healing the freaking world. But remember that you are part of the world. A lot of people want to heal the world forgetting that they are part of the world. They want to heal everybody over there, everybody out there, all of those people with those issues and those challenges, forgetting that the world does revolve around you. Your world does revolve around you. So in order to heal the world, first you got to heal yourself. First you got to heal yourself. In order to heal the world, first you got to heal yourself, right? They asked, never forget line in the movie Notorious, Biggie, Puffy. So you're going to change the world, Puffy. How you change the world? Change the world first by changing yourself. How you heal the world? How do you create world peace? First by healing yourself. First by you being in a state of peace. I tell you guys time and time again, I hear so many people talk about they want world peace, talking about the freaking violence needs to stop. We need to stop killing each other, harming each other. But the moment something happens that they don't like, the moment somebody does something that they don't like, that they deem disrespectful, that they deem out of character, that they deem a violation to themselves, their families, their culture, their religion, whatever it is, they resort to violence. They resort to violence. It's insane. People say we need to stop the violence, but the moment something happens that they are not comfortable with, people say we need world peace, but the moment somebody says something or does something that they don't like, they resort to violence. Listen, peace is not the absence of the storm. Peace is being calm and steadfast in the face of it. So if you really want world peace, it's only one true way to get it. You be peaceful, and when conflict arises, you handle it with peace, with grace, with compassion, with love, with care, with patience, with understanding. All right? Somebody said everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change themselves. It's a fact. Everybody wants to change the world, but not many people want to change themselves. They forget that they are part of the world. Therefore, they could be part of the problem, either directly by what they're doing or indirectly, right? I got a brother, dear brother, who I love a lot. And he's an incredible activist, right? He's an incredible human being. He's done great things for not only Queens, not only my family, but the freaking city and the world. He hates capitalism, but he eats meat. What's the correlation? He hates capitalism. He cannot stand capitalism. He says, we debate about it all the time. I say capitalism ain't that bad as a definition. Yes, it's a system. It's trash, but definition. So like we need to not, right? We go back and forth all the time about it. He hates capitalism. He says he wants to free humans, but it's okay eating animals. And he says it's because it's his culture, right? Dominican, oh, it's just my culture. Okay, it's okay. They're Dominicans who are vegan. They're whole vegan Dominican restaurants. It's not an excuse, right? So I tell him, I said, one of the most radical things you could do, one of the simplest, most important things you could do to really stamp your foot and say that you really care about this planet and the people is to stop eating meat. Stop eating meat. Listen, the meat industry, the animal farming industry is number one responsible for so many issues in the climate. But not only that, it propagates violence. It propagates the cycle of violence. It says those who are less than you, if you choose to, you can harm them. You can kidnap them. You can subjugate them. You can slaughter them because they're less than you. Everybody want to change the world. Nobody want to change themselves. Everybody want to change the world, but nobody want to change themselves. It's deep, guys. Like I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, right? I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down, as the old folks would say. You picking up what I'm putting down? I hope you are, because this is extremely important, right? Extremely important. Everybody wants to change the world. Nobody wants to change themselves. Think outside of yourself. Think about other people. Think about where you are in your life, your job, your career, where you live, right? Your daily activities and habits. Yes, you have freedom to do whatever it is that you want, but how is your lifestyle? How are the things that you're doing positively or negatively impacting others? Either the people directly around you, who live around you, who are your family, your inner network, or just the world as a whole. People don't want to think about that for the most part. A lot of people don't want to think about that, because then you got to be accountable. Yo, Melanie Aguirre, what's going on, sister? Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Because then you got to be accountable. When you think about it and you acknowledge that, then you got to do something about that. And most people don't want to change. And I get it. Change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Change is uncertain. You don't know what you'll be afterwards. I often ask the question, does the butterfly going into its chrysalis, as it forms its chrysalis, doesn't know that it's going to come out as a caterpillar. I mean, does the caterpillar going into the chrysalis, formulating this chrysalis, doesn't know that it's going to come out as a butterfly? And does the butterfly, who emerges from the chrysalis, who emerges from the cocoon, doesn't know that it was once a caterpillar? Change is uncomfortable, but change is necessary for growth. Right, and with that, guys, we're going to move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, Need to Know News of the Day. Listen, guys, it's another freaking tragedy, man. Again, I don't share these tragedies all the time. Sometimes our news is good news, it's great news, it's a news flash, but some things we just got to share. And I want to share this specifically to hopefully get some perspective, right, and see what you guys think. So yesterday, a tragedy struck a Queens family. A man knocked on their door asking for help with charging his phone. The couple let the man in. He then killed them and robbed them, setting their house on fire. This is freaking devastating. Devastating, devastating, devastating. Yesterday, my barber and I, we debated it. We talked about it. Would you let a person in? He says, hell no. I'm like, why not? A person needs help. Why would you not? And mind you, if my family is there, I'm going to ask, right? Wife, what do you think? This person knocked on the door, right? May tell them stay outside. Give me your phone. I'll charge it for you, right? Like, but man, why not? Let's read this article and let's talk about it, man. This is in Belrose. So manhunt, this is from ABC 7. This is 8:19 this morning. Manhunt continues for a man wanted for torturing and killing 2 people in Queens. Insane. This is in Belrose. The search for 42-year-old Jamel McGriff continues as police say he tortured an elderly Queens couple before setting their home on fire on Monday. Police say he was last seen on video earlier in the day pawning 2 cell phones in the Bronx. McGriff should be considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Police released an updated photo of him this morning. It all unfolded when officials responded to a fire at a home on 254th Street before 3:30 p.m., where they found a 76-year-old man and a 77-year-old woman dead. They have since been identified as Frank and Maureen Olton. According to police, both victims were stabbed before the house went up in flames. The woman was found lying on the first floor. A accelerant appeared to have been poured on her body, starting the fire. The man was found in the basement where he was tied with bungee cords to a column supporting the house. He was also set on fire, but that fire appears to have extinguished itself. Shit, this is some fucked up shit, man. Video of the suspect was recovered from neighbor security cameras. NYPD officers said Tuesday that McGriff has an extensive criminal record. He was out on parole after serving 16 years for robbery. He violated his parole by failing to register as a level 3 sex offender, the highest risk repeat offender, according to New York State's offender registry. He is also wanted in connection with 2 recent robberies in Manhattan. Detectives believe McGriff spent 5 hours in the victim's home, likely searching for property to steal before setting it ablaze. He exited the home carrying 2 bags. Neighbors reported an unknown man knocking on doors, asking to charge a cell phone. At least one neighbor said they turned the man away before he approached the victim's house. Surveillance video recovered by detectives shows the suspect knocking on the back door and the 76-year-old victim opening it and letting him in at around 10:15 a.m. That same surveillance video shows the suspect leaving the home at 3:08 p.m. shortly before the house went up in flames. Neighbors called the victim's son, an FDNY paramedic who was off duty at the time of the fire, who rushed home to discover his parents dead. The suspect was described as around 30 to 40 years of age with a medium build. He was last seen wearing a black hat, a black jacket, blue jeans, and black sneakers. Police said there is no known connection between McGriff and the victims beyond this chance encounter at this time. That horrific chance encounter has shaken the quiet neighborhood. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard of, said neighbor Mike Lavore, that a crime like this could be committed in this area. I'm telling my boys now to be vigilant, and it's heartbreaking. Shocking, said a neighbor named Andrea. Neighbors remembered the victims as being sweet, normal, down-to-earth people. The nicest neighbors you can ever ask for. They came out when the essential workers at 7 o'clock, during COVID, they were out with us, and he would always wave to us. Just this past weekend, he would wave to us. It's sad. It's really sad because good neighbors are hard to come by, said neighbor John Ruiz. Residents of the normally quiet and safe neighborhood said their sense of security has been shattered. It's one of the most disgusting things that a crime like this could be committed. Neighbors on Tuesday night said they will feel a lot safer when officers apprehend a suspect. Everyone's startled. Everyone's scared, said neighbor Amalia Beek. They don't even want to step outside. They don't feel safe at all. The NYPD said McGriff's MO is to go door to door asking for help, so residents are warned not to let them inside. Anyone with information is asked to call the NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline. Damn, damn. This shit is fucked up. Gosh. Damn. Said, fool, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. This is some fucked up shit, yo. This is some shit, man. Like, so my barber and I was debating. He said he wouldn't let the guy in. He said, that's trouble. Why would you let somebody like that in your house? Somebody knocking on the door, charge their phone. I understand. I think the part of me that wants to see the best in all humans will let them in. Right? That's me. Now, if I'm thinking about it, I might say, you went to every door asking for help? Like, there's a Starbucks in the neighborhood. All right? You can go charge your phone at a Starbucks. Matter of fact, give me the phone. You got the charger with you? Give me the phone. Give me your charger. I'll charge it. Slip it through the mailbox. This shit is fucked up, yo. Because why can't we help each other? I mean, this is why I said I understand why people don't open their doors to strangers, why people don't pick up, random people in the street. All right. I get it, man. It sucks. Because this happens. It happens, and it sounds like a movie. It's like a scary movie, yo. It's like a horror film or a thriller, right? A freaking psychological crazy thriller where somebody shows up randomly at somebody's house, knocks on the door, they let them in, all seems well, and then they end up torturing them. Shit is fucked up, man. Mona and I spoke about it yesterday. What's up, baby girl? Peace and love. Happy Wellness, Winning, and Wisdom Wednesday. Mona and I spoke about it yesterday. All right, thinking about family. Right, take all of those things into consideration. And obviously with more thought, right? It's like I probably wouldn't just let them in, but like the good in me will want to, because we should be able to. Somebody knocks on your door, yo, I need help. Yo, come in, I got you. But clearly you can't do stuff like that, man. Not only now, shit like this been happening for years, right? Maybe not to the severity, but like, again, there's movies about this shit. People break into somebody's house, or not break in, but people knock on the door. They need help. They need food. They're tired. They need this. They need that. Can I use your phone real quick? And people let them in, and they die. They're killed. They're murdered. He's fucking killed them, stabbed them multiple times, and set the house on fire. That's insane. And so now, when they mention this criminal record, it gets a little and yes, right, with man, I don't know. It shit is deep. And I think it's something worth talking about, because this one guy's running for public advocate. He made some posts about it, or not even about this. He made some posts about there was also a woman a few days ago, I think on today's Wednesday, on Monday, who was killed on, I think, the Long Island Railroad or Grand Central. She was killed on a train by a man, right? And he had a record. And so this guy running for public advocate is like, it's bail reform's issue. Is the leniency of the prison, right? You're giving too many chances. And I understand to a degree, right? Like some of these guys, again, he's a sex offender, right? He's robberies, right? He's 16 years in prison, violated parole, right? I understand to a degree. But then there's people like me. By the time I was 20, I had freaking two violent felonies, right? I had a robbery, assault, and then I went to prison for assault and, shooting. I had tons of fights. I broke glass. I did things. If I would have been held to the standard that some people are proposing, I wouldn't be here today. I was a predicate. I kept repeating same behavior: selling drugs, fighting, violence, selling drugs, violence, selling drugs, violence, robbery, assault. I was bailed out. Right, I was bailed out 2 times. So according to some people, if they had their way, I'll still be in prison right now. Might have been killed already in prison. Should never see the light of day. But literally, I came home 2007. I was trying to find my way for a year and a half, and then I ended up making my change, transforming my life, and here we are 17 years later. Right, 17 years later, have not been back to prison. do not live that same lifestyle, have not been violent to anyone since, right? No physical violence, haven't cursed people out, right? Like, so where do we draw the line? Where does the line get drawn? This is deep, yo. Unfortunately, we don't have all day to talk about it. I may go live and talk about it again, just off the show. But let's move right along, family, to our third segment of the day. Mona says she will err on the side of caution. And I get that, my love. I absolutely get that. I understand that. Let's move right along to our tip of the day. Today's tip: better energy, better spirits. Listen, bet on yourself. That is the tip. That is my tip from me to you and also to myself. Bet on yourself. Seriously. Take risks. Take chances. Go against the fucking grain. Follow what's in your heart and in your spirit. You only got one life this way. You only come this way one time. You only come this way once. Your consciousness, you may come back again. But in this body, in this incarnation, like this heartbeat, this voice is only one. You only get one life. You only get one opportunity. So your fear of regret must be stronger than your fear of failure. Yes, it's scary to try something. You may fail. But it's also scary to not try and imagine what if for the rest of your life. What if I would have, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, what if I would have tried? What if I would have talked to that girl? What if I would have bought that house? Oh, man, now look at life. You can't go back. You can't go back. So your fear of regret, you must be more afraid to grow old and have all of these regrets than you are afraid of failing, of making a fool of yourself, of not getting it correct, of not being strong enough, of being talked about, right? Like, so what? So fucking what? Because if you fail, at least you know you tried. If you fail, at least you know you tried. Aaliyah said it the best. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. She said, if at first you don't succeed, you pick yourself up and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, try again, try again. If you fail, at least you know you tried. And then you have opportunity to try again. But if you don't try and it stays in your mind, but you're too afraid to try, you'll end up with regret in the most infamous question of what if? What if? Imagining what could have been if only you had the courage, the guts, the heart to give it, whatever it might be. Again, it could be talking to a person, a girl or a guy. It could be moving to a location. It could be taking a job. It could be pursuing a degree. It could be a million different things. Playing for a sports team, right? Like, it could be a million different things, but you'll be what if yourself to death. You will what if yourself to death if you stay like that. You stay in that space, right? So better yourself, man. Take chances, take risks, right? Worst case scenarios, you fall on your back, and as Les Brown said, if you land on your back, look up. Because if you could look up, no, he said if you get knocked down, try to land on your back. Because if you could look up, you can get up. Even if you land on your face, do a push-up and stand up, right? But like, yeah, man, that's the tip, man. That's the tip. Bet on yourself. Take a chance. Believe in yourself. Believe in your God. Believe in your ancestors. Believe that you have the strength and the capacity to bring forth any reality that you want. No matter how wild the dream is, you can do it. Be realistic, right? But like even that's you could do it. Let's move right along, family, to our fourth and final segment of the day. Sefu said, time is sacred and precious. Absolutely it is. Mona will err on the side of caution. Sefu said, time is sacred and precious. It absolutely is. Listen, guys, let's move right along to our fourth and final segment. Today's fourth segment, as always, is the build of the day. And today's build, listen, I just want to give a huge, this could have easily been the news of the day. Maybe it should have been. Maybe I should reverse them. But I want to give a huge shout out to my Astoria neighbor and sister, Rana Abdelhamid. Rana Abdelhamid is an incredible human being. She's an incredible human being, beautifully spirited woman, right? Courageous heart, right? She's a Queensborn. She's from not too far from where I'm from, right? She grew up in the neighborhood, still lives in the neighborhood, man. Descendants, both her parents are Egyptian, right? So descendants of Egypt. But she's an incredible activist and organizer. She founded a women's self-defense organization called Malika. And yeah, it just came out yesterday, man, that she's a 2025 recipient of the David Prize, 200-year, $200,000 grant. So let's clap it up. Let's find the clap. Where's the clapper? Where is the clapper? Wait, hold on. Where's the clapper? Media assets. Hold on. Where's the clapper? Let's clap it up, Kadada. Right? And thank her, man. She's a fucking incredible human being, yo. She's done so much for Queens. She's done so much for Astoria. She's done so much for New York City, and she does so much for the world, right? Just with who she is, how she shows up. Her and her husband have been to my art exhibits. They volunteered with us in Queensbridge, distributing food to folks over the years, right? Yeah, she's an incredible human being, man. She's a beautiful, incredible spirit, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited for her. All right, I texted her yesterday. I was like, "Yo, congratulations!" She's like, "Thank you so much." I was like, "Yo, keep being freaking great. Like, you deserve it. 200K, like, you do a lot with that." Right, so it's not you can do a lot with that. When you're used to not having, you can do a whole lot with that. And so I pray that she uses the money wisely, which I know she will. I pray that it fuels her and inspires her to keep going, to keep dreaming, to keep believing in the beauty of her dreams, and to know that there are systems out there are opportunities out there that will support her, that will fund her, that will, right, help make her dreams come true. Yeah, man, super dope. And so the build, going deeper, is this is what we need. We need to get money in the right hands. How do we do that? What else could be done? Because there are clearly tons of grants, there are tons of opportunities, but not everybody gets it. And there's some people who need the opportunity, who deserve the opportunity, who have done the work, who just for whatever reason, it just doesn't hit when they apply, right? When they apply to these grants. And I'm going to say it, I'm one of those people, humbly, respectfully. I'm one of those people who the grant application process, I don't know. And I've relegated to the fact that maybe it's just not for me, because I know that in my heart, I'm going to be a grant giver. In my heart, I know that me and Mona get this money as we grow, whether it's another year, 5 years, whatever it is. When we get right financially, like really, really, really right, I want to distribute $1 million a year, a couple $1 million a year, like just because, to businesses, right, who need some funding, to organizations who need money for their mission, right, and to families with no strings attached. Yo, listen, here's 10,000, here's 100,000, pay for your child's tuition. Here's this amount of money. Do this. Here's this. Like, I want to do stuff like that. That's my ambition. Again, heal the world, make it a better place, right? Like, that is my ambition. And I spoke to a friend, probably like early COVID, 2020, 2021. We were talking about creating a fund here in Astoria, right? Where a $12,000 fund, we give $1,000 out to, $1,000 each month through the year to a local business owner, right? Local small business owner, entrepreneur. Give them $1,000 every month, right? Not for each person, but each month it will be a different grant of $1,000. And that's just like, that's not a lot, but it's something. It's something when you ain't got that much. It's something, even when you got that much, $1,000 to take care of this bill or that bill or pay for this thing or that thing, right? $1,000, it matters. And so that's something that I want to do. That's something I will do. That's something that we will do. I aspire to do for the people of the world. It's to help fund their dreams, to help fund their lives, right? Like, that's something I want to do. Fund your dreams, right? Might create a game show, Fund Your Dreams game show, where the community comes together to fund the dreams of 5 individuals or 1 individual, right? People compete, right? This is first time I'm saying this, and this shit is golden. People compete, and the judge, they pick one person. Out of the one person, community comes and then funds them, right? There's a community fund where they fund your dreams, where it's not coming from any one individual. One individual may match, and that may be, my ideas, my vision be fucking impeccable. This shit is incredible. It's like magic, how my brain works. And I'm grateful. But that's the build of the day, man. We need more money. We need more money. Good people out there doing the good work need more money. Listen, when I got the $1,000 donation a few days ago, doing this fundraiser for the brain coaching certification course, as I'm talking to the woman who sent the money, right, we texting back and forth, she said, yo, money should never be a reason why people don't do something. And I agree, money should never be the reason why people don't do something or people are not able to do something. You got a goal, you got a vision, you got an ambition, you got a mission. Like, it shouldn't be money that stops it, that prohibits you from being able to go after that. But too many times it is. And so, shout out once more to Adana Abdelhamid. If you see her, if you know her, you see her, shout her out, congratulate her. If you don't know her, just go to her Facebook or go to her Instagram and shout her out, send her some love, man. Again, she's doing incredible work. And I'm excited to see what she continues to do over the next few years, specifically with this kind of backing, right? But guys, that's our show for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. That is our show. It is 9:30 a.m. I got some other stuff to take care of. But listen, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugary Marston. This is episode 451 of SR Daily on this rainy Wellness Wednesday, 2025, September 10th. Episode 451 of SR Daily. Please do join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Instagram Live. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.